Hello, today we are going to talk about debits and credits, a fundamental concept in accounting. In accounting, every transaction has at least one debit and one credit. That is why we refer to it as double-entry bookkeeping. Debits and credits are used to record financial transactions in a company's books. A debit is an entry that is made on the left side of a ledger account, and a credit is an entry made on the right side. Debits and credits do not have a fixed meaning, and the effect of a debit or credit on an account depends on the type of account. Let's talk about it. I recommend that you use this three-step process to identify what account to debit or credit. In step 1, we identify what accounts increased or decreased, and, in step 2, we identify what account type the accounts from step 1 are. In step 3, we use the dealer mnemonic. Let's practice with an example. Company A buys equipment for $2,000 with a check. In step 1, the accountant analyzes the transaction and determines what accounts increased or decreased. In this example, the company now has more equipment but also less cash because the company bought the equipment with a check. So, equipment increased and cash decreased. In step 2, the accountant determines the account type for the accounts that increased or decreased in step 1. In our example, we have equipment, which is an asset. And, we also have cash. That is also an asset. For step 3, we use the mnemonic dealer. The first 3 letters, which stand for drawings, expenses and assets, refer to accounts that increase with debits and have a normal debit balance. The last 3 letters of the word dealer, which stand for liabilities, equity, and revenue, are accounts that increase with credits. Now, for our example, we said in step 1, the equipment increased, and in step 2, that it is an asset. Now, we find assets on the left-hand side of the dealer mnemonic, and the graph tells us that asset accounts increase with debits. Equipment increased. That means we have to debit equipment. The second part of our transaction is a decrease to cash. In step 2, we said that cash is also an asset. The dealer mnemonic tells us that assets increase with debits, but in our case, cash decreased. That means that we have to use a credit. So, we need to credit cash. I hope this video was helpful and you now feel more comfortable identifying debits and credits for business transactions.